Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications bell so you'll know when I make videos. You can watch them in their entirety, be entertained, and learn something at the same time. No, I mean, some people don't find me entertaining, but some do. More often than none, those who know me. But nonetheless, I know that you will benefit from the things that I put on YouTube. You know, the question is, will they allow you to benefit from them? Because I'm not a shill. I'm not a special agent. I don't work for the CIA or the FBI. So I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the agenda is. Me personally, I think I should have been monetized by now. It's weird. It's just a weird thing. But anyway, we're going back to the Isaiah 4:1 series. We have to keep going. We have to keep hitting this home because the church and other people are putting false expectations, false notions in your minds, if you will. Like case in point, Anton Daniels. Now, for the record, I like Anton Daniels. I've been listening to him for years, but I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't believe he's the one who should lead the relationship talk because he has a unique, special relationship. You got to have people that done seen the good and the bad, that know about the good and the bad. Like, what's the chances of you getting a wife that's down for you like his wife? I think her name is Rita. What's your chances? If that was the case, then hey, all this talk should be out the window then, and we should all just get married and live happily ever after. Don't work like that. It don't work like that. Isaiah 4:1 says, "In that day, 7 women will take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own food, wear our own clothes, only let us be called by your name. Take away our disgrace." The disgrace right now don't seem like a disgrace to them. They still entitled. They still can't see when they mess up their relationship. They still don't give the kids to their father, even though they left the father. The kids didn't leave the father. They left the father, but they ain't gonna give the kids to the father. Why? Because a lot of them are evil. Let's just call it what it is. If we playing spades, you know how to play spades, you should know how to count your spades that's in your hand. So let's count our spades. The fact of the matter is, a lot of these women are evil, but rarely any of them know that they are. And it's not all. It's not all. I'm not NAWAL. I don't think it's all of them. I don't. But I do believe that most of them are going to try to fool you to get whatever it is that they want or they seek. I do believe that. That's why monogamy is dangerous. That's why I do this Isaiah 4:1 series, to show you, listen, man, you think God is against you having multiple wives. He's not. If that's what you want to do, if you got the resources, they got the resources, or you can combine the resources, go right ahead. This is from the prophet. Can't listen, man. I've been asking for smoke for months on this. Can't none of them say that I'm wrong in this. Polygyny was approved by a God that the Bible tells us that there is no darkness at all in him. So if he saw it fit to give David all of King Saul's wives when he died, which that was polygyny, then hey, man, whatever the Most High don't got a problem with, I don't got a problem with. And if the Most High says yes, everybody that says no is a devil. That's just the way I think. Anything that's the Most High, the opposite is Satan. And we see the effects of monogamy. We see, let me ask you something. Just from a logical standpoint, right? Let's say you have a couple. Let's say they are 75 and 72 years old, right? And let's say that the man is 75 that he has high libido. He goes to the doctor tells him, hey, you got a lot of semen, you got a high sperm count, you got high testosterone for your age, right? But let's say he has one wife, and every time it come time to do something, she got an excuse. Not because she can't do it, because she doesn't want to. Why doesn't she want to? Because she has been through menopause. And therefore, like most women, when they go through menopause, they lose some of that sexual desire. Maybe not all, but most. So this guy sitting up there, high sperm count, high testosterone, and he just got to go without? No. He doesn't have to go without. He can get a concubine. He can get another wife. Now, I know your fake preacher who is relying upon stories that he was told that he never even verified. You know, some stuff true, some stuff ain't. But anybody that's telling you because of 1 Timothy, 3:2, you must be the husband of one wife, no, that's out of context. That was talking to those guys that were helping the Apostle Paul establish the early church. That wasn't talking to everybody even in that time period. But let these guys tell it. It was. These pastors be masturbating, they be cheating, they be doing all this stuff when all they had to do was know the truth and just practice polygyny. You know, I mean, if you wanna stroke, that's you, man. It's your wing ding, man. Do whatever you want with your wing ding, man. You wanna have a puppet show with your wing ding. That's you. That's you. Like, I mean, it ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't gonna have no puppet show with mine. You know, but if that's what you want to do, if you want to build a stage and have a puppet show, wing dings are us or whatever you want to do, that's your life, man. But listen, here's where people mess up. You want your truth to be everybody's truth, but for it to be everybody's truth, it has to be the truth. And when you say that a man can only have one wife at a time, you're a liar, because it's not true. And if something is not true, then it's what? A lie. So Isaiah 4:1, it says that in that day, 7 women. It wasn't saying that you're going to find everywhere you go, it's going to be these 7 women lined up. That just was like a literal, like a figure of speech. Like, it was basically saying that you're going to have a lot of options because these women going to run out of options. That's what that's saying, basically. So I would entitle this one, you got to be more cutthroat when it comes to you. When it comes to who you deal with, woman-wise. That's your choice. That's not your mama choice. That's not your daddy choice. That's not your pastor choice. That ain't none of your friends' choice. That ain't nobody in your church choice. That is your choice. And one thing that I noticed when I was in Christian church for all those years is that people become deceptively cocky and arrogant. What do I mean by this? They think now, because they take the time out to go to church and read the Bible, that they know everything there is to know. And then sometime when you haven't learned from the right people, you start teaching what we call falsehood. And for you to say that the Most High only gave every man one wife, like you say, well, Adam had one. How do you know? We know he started out with one, but there's rumors, historical rumors, that Adam had a wife before Eve, and her name was Lilith. And what we know about Lilith, if this is true, then we understand why Adam got rid of her, or how, whatever. I got to read the story more so, whatever happened. If I'm not mistaken, she was taken down to the abyss. But it's possible that Lilith is the devil. When you, come on, man. I don't even want to go too deep. I want to stay on subject. So, and my arms. Hold on, let me stretch my arm out. Y'all hear that pop? So, that's what it's basically saying. A lot of these women, man, they turn into somebody else when you take away. I'm gonna show you something that I experienced myself. And I don't go into my own stuff too often, but I'm gonna show you something. When you start out and you have all these women calling you, all this, all that, I noticed that women will be more forgiving towards you than they will when you make them the only one, which is kind of backwards, but you know, what can we say? They be more forgiving, like you have been uncheated on them, and then guess what? They ain't going nowhere. But then, here's what they do though. When they ready to cheat on you, they'll bring up the fact that you cheated. Even if it's 25 years, 30 years ago, I saw somebody in my family do it to another family member. They brought up something that was 25 years previous. Because she went left. She started acting up. She wanted to bring up something that happened 25 years previous. That's crazy, man. Like, you get to arguing with somebody and they bringing up something that happened 20 years ago because they don't got nothing else. That's usually when they don't have nothing else. Like, let's say you in a marriage or you in a relationship and you got more on the other person than they got on you. They gonna reach back as far as they gotta reach to bring up something that they thought was wrong. I'm telling you, I've seen this. They could be doing this, hiding this, deleting this, talking to this person, doing all kind of stuff you don't know about. All you know is y'all getting into it a lot. You getting in a lot of arguments with this person, but you don't know that secretly she's talking to other guys. Whether it be in email, whether it be on her phone, whether it be on a PC. Sometimes when that stuff happens is because there are other guys pumping up her head. Well, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that. If that was me, I wouldn't have did. Man, these women still don't know when the guy just want to smash you. That's how a lot of them end up by themselves. They be thinking that these guys want to love them. Because some guys, that's part of their game. Like, they're going to lie to you. They're going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to come around. And when they get tired of smashing you, they're going to either leave you alone, block you, or they're going to just start cheating on you. And all these women who think they coming to the front of the line, they actually find out that they in the back. That's how it be. And now, guess what they do? I'm going to punish them. Family court. I thought we already solved this. No, family court. Get the... Man, I tell you, man. When you think back, right? Just think back to when you was a kid, before you had a girlfriend, before you had a wife, right? Think of how, you had days where you was like, you didn't know, so you focusing on, you wondering like, man, I wish I had a Valentine, all that old weird stuff. But think back, think logically. At the peaceful moments that you slept in your bed, you ain't owe nobody nothing but you. You ain't had to do nothing. Now, you got this person who you don't even know what the hell they doing or who they doing, but you got to do this for them, you got to deal with them, blah, blah, blah. Dude, I can tell you, man, it's not worth it. Only way it would be worth it is if you knew, if you had a time machine, you could go in the future and see how this woman is gonna be in the future. If you could go through every day and be like, okay, she's worth it. You can't. You can't, man. They putting on the interview face. Oh yeah, well, what I can offer you is I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna clean, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna suck your wing ding, I'm gonna do this, and then down the line, something petty comes, or some dude that you don't know him, but he knows you. It's behind the scenes. He's behind the scenes. He could be masquerading as a friend, but he's behind the scenes. And like I always tell y'all, when you squeeze a lemon, what's gonna happen? The juice gonna come out and them some. Man, it was just an accident. Hold on, y'all. I don't get these people. Like, how do you crash right here, man? Now people running all over the stuff. These kids are still in these cars and crashing everybody. They drive too fast, for one. I ain't got time. Don't ask me no question. I got stuff to do. Anyway, I mean, Milwaukee is just, people just not doing right here, man. It's some good people here, but it's a lot of bad ones, man, that just don't know how to do anything right, man. Now think of how many people might possibly get a flat tire from that. But let's get back on subject. Y'all probably heard, did y'all hear that collision? These people was goofy, man. So, you gotta be cutthroat when it comes to you, man. You can't worry about nobody else's feelings, especially the people who ain't worried about yours. You know when somebody worried about your feelings, they treat you right. They treat you right. Like they don't have, ain't no woman that love her man, is worried about her man. She ain't gonna have no emotional affairs. She ain't gonna be talking to other dudes in that way. This is how you know. See, people will say they love you, but their actions will say that they don't. Their actions sometimes will say that they don't like you, or they even possibly hate you. Like if you always getting into it with somebody, if you, the littlest thing, like y'all getting into it, like when they, okay, let me show you something. When a woman starts acting territorial, man, your relationship is over, man. Don't let her waste no more of your time. Because a lot of these women is toxic. They'll stay with you even though they don't want to be with you. They'll literally wait until the right option comes along. And therefore, you in the code anyway. So why would you bother, man? And then you got the women. I'm finna break this down next week, y'all. Y'all finna be like, whoa. I'm finna break this down next week. Then you got the women who, you got the territorial women. Then you got the women who, they, you know they done replace you, they done excluded you. Because you don't hear from them. You can't stop from getting in arguments with them. They talk to other people more than you. Why? Like, and then on top of that, a lot of them will pile up a bunch of SHIT, excuse me for spelling it, into a mountain. A whole mountain of doo-doo. And on that mountain, they'll add sexless marriage, sexless relationship. So now you're a man in a relationship that ain't getting none. How is that possible? So you mean to tell me you got to answer to this woman, right? If you don't come home, she gonna fight you. Y'all gonna argue, but she ain't giving you none. That, I believe that's one of the most evil things that a woman can do. We're gonna talk about the most evil things a woman can do next week. That's gonna be a video that I might do Monday or Tuesday.